Well, boys, it is minivan axle upgrading time. We left off in the last video saying that we were getting the upgraded axles put into this thing, but we were waiting on some new wheel bearings to show up because the ones that were in this thing were pretty shot. And if you look right here, we have a completed assembly right here. So these are the new hubs that we received from the drive shaft shop. These are the upgraded ones. If you compare this to the stock one right there, you can see how much smaller this is right here for the factory size axle, but this one is opened up for a bigger spline axle for these guys right here. So those are nice and upgraded. So we do have to swap out to these, and in the process we found that the old wheel bearings were pretty beat up, so we went ahead and ordered some new ones, and we got this guy ready to go back together. And this is the passenger side spindle right here. So these come as a complete little assembly, so it is very simple. You just get your wheel bearing right there. We press in our new hub from the drive shaft shop. That guy presses in. We also have to get our studs pressed in there as well. We got some brand new ARPs, and it will look like that when it's all said and done. And then this guy just bolts right into the spindle, and then everything can kind of go back together. And then from there, we can go ahead and get our front axles in, and all of that stuff will be ready and good to go. And then the only thing after that we'll need upgrading in the drivetrain is getting the rear differential figured out, and then the rear axles. But the front axles are a huge step, and it's pretty surprising that we've waited this long to upgrade the front axles on the Odyssey, but they're finally getting upgraded, boys, and we should no longer be breaking front axles in this thing. But the rears still need some work. Oh shoot, boys, the Odyssey is pretty much all back together. So as you just saw, we got the upgraded front axles in, and then from that point we kind of just went ahead and started putting everything back together. We got her back on the ground. She is sitting on all 4 tires, and we went ahead and got the radiator put back in this thing. We got water in there. We let it run for a little bit to make sure our cooling system was nice and bled, and just a couple other little things to get the car buttoned up. But I think we're ready to take her on her maiden voyage here. Yep. With the new setup.
Take our private road to Taco Bell, baby.
Yep, you guys know what we got to do. We got to take her to Taco Bell. On the first drive, it has been, I don't even know how many months since the Odyssey has been running and driving, but
Ice Cream Cruise last year, which was August. So
yeah, since Ice Cream Cruise. It's been
almost, what, 10 months? 8, 9 months?
That's a long time.
Yeah. Well, no, it'd be like 8 months, because August is 4 months from now, so.
Yeah, 8 months the Odyssey has been down. I don't know how that much time has passed and this thing's just been sitting, but we finally got her all put back together. It's now on a fuel tech. You know, we got the transmission fixed. We have the billet bell housing on the sequential transmission. A whole bunch of little changes that you can't really see on the outside, but you know, we're hoping she's gonna be a whole new minivan. And then the wiring, as you guys saw, completely cleaned up. We got the interior back in this thing. She has all of her seats in there. We got both our front seats and the rears, so we could take the whole squad in the minivan. And yeah, boys, we're just missing a couple things like the glove box, and we have to put something right here. We used to have the radio in there. I'm not sure if we're gonna put that back in yet or not, but everything's mounted up and ready to go. Ready to go. We got Jamie in the back. He just rolled in from Colorado. Brent's gonna be down here soon as well for this weekend. We got Freedom 500 coming up and Cletus and Cars, so they're gonna be in town. But Jamie's coming with us on the maiden voyage. How do you feel back there?
Oh, it's comfy.
Nice and comfy.
Nice
the window works.
Yeah, windows all rolled down.
Power windows.
That's good, dude.
Luxury, bro.
Yeah, could I do a number 7 with no creamy jalapeno and a Baja Blast?
Would you like anything else?
Medium Baja, no ice.
And another medium Baja Blast, no ice.
Baja Blast.
Would you like anything else?
And another medium Baja Blast.
Baja Blast.
We're just Baja blasting it up.
Do you want it that one eyes or not?
Yeah.
That one can have ice, yeah.
Okay.
It came down to, it was at 178 when we pulled in here. Not bad.
I mean, honestly, pretty uneventful first drive so far. It's been kind of nice. That's all you.
All right, Jamie, you're on Baja Blast
I'm on
duty.
Baja Blast.
We have no cup holders.
You got me though.
Shit.
You think we
Real
would
nice
in a
street
minivan,
car, yeah.
but she does not have any.
Nice day.
Thank you.
Whopping 9 PSI. How much? 9. It's just good. Yeah. It kept it good though. Yeah, a little hard grip.
Well, first drive went good. No issues.
Yep.
And we got our Taco Bell.
Yep.
So right now I'm pulling up to JBR. I don't know if you guys remember, but a few months back I had picked up a fully built short block off of Facebook Marketplace, and it was a sleeved block with aluminum rods. It was basically the same bottom end that's in the MR2 currently, and I picked it up so we could build a backup engine out of that for the MR2. And now that we got the MR2 back up and running again, I wanted to go ahead and, you know, get that taken care of, get the built motor as a backup put together. So they pulled it out from storage. I dropped it off over here a while ago, and we were just collecting parts to get it all put together. And I got a call from Jason, and it turns out that the short block I picked up off Marketplace is no good. And I paid almost $3,000 for the short block, and I'm coming over here to check out the damage. So it is pretty unfortunate, but from what it sounds like, seems like everything inside the engine is trashed. So we're gonna take a look, boys. It does suck, but I guess let's go see how bad the damage is. All right, guys, we got the block over here, and everything is all pulled apart. So you can see we have our aluminum rods, and these are the same ones that are in the MR2's engine, correct?
right
These
now.
are BME aluminum rods, and these are actually a higher compression piston. We were just gonna throw it together with this setup, and it shouldn't have any issues, you know, matching what we already have in the car. But if you look right here, check this guy out. Might be hard to see on camera, but this rod has a pretty gnarly bend in it. I don't know if turning that will help, but there is an obvious bend in this rod, and the bearings on this rod and this rod right here, we're starting to spin a little bit. So if you guys look at that, our bearings are completely squished out, and those are no good. And it actually smashed the bearings so bad that it started to gall up the crankshaft here, bad enough to where we're probably gonna have to find a new crank as well. If you look closely onto the crank, you can see all those markings, and you guys said you measured it, and it's probably
the crank is a little low, so it's
not savable.
Yeah, it'd be better off to just put a brand new crank, new rods, and the pistons are good and all that, so everything else is fine.
So basically all that's good is the block and pistons,
Yeah.
which does suck. You know, definitely not what we were expecting, but you have that sometimes on those sight unseen buys. But you know, I trusted it, I just paid for it, and they had it shipped over, and we eventually pulled everything apart. And unfortunately, we're gonna have to, you know, throw some more money at this thing to make it all good. I will probably reach out to the owner and, you know, let him know and see if they'll do anything about it. But you know, it's Facebook Marketplace, who knows. But at least the block is good, and we got some pistons, so we just got to get some rods and a crank,
Other than that,
and we can get a backup motor together for the MR2. But yeah, I just wanted to come and check it out and show you guys, because it does suck. I was told that it only had a few hits on it and that everything was good, but she needs some work, boys. I just got back to the house, and I wanted to add that I don't necessarily think that this was the seller's fault. I took a risk when I bought this short block. I didn't ask any specific questions if it was, you know, taken apart and inspected to, you know, ensure that everything was good. And I just assumed that it was. And I think, you know, the seller assumed that it was, because as far as we know, it came out of a running and driving vehicle. So I don't think anyone's like truly at fault here. It does suck, and it's just kind of, you know, unfortunate and annoying. But I'll reach out to the seller, see if, you know, he wants to do anything about it. But if not, it was kind of a gamble on my part. but it is what it is. We'll get a backup motor put together for the MR2 regardless, and keep on going from there. Well, guys, I made it back to the house, and look who else made it into town.
Hey, how's it going?
Got Brent down here. And what is this?
This is a skid mark. Skiddy.
This is their new burnout car.
Our little burnout car. Yeah, it was Alan, who used to own Bradenton Motorsports Park. It used to be his little hot rod. And I picked it up from him a few years ago, and I've been waiting and plotting.
So it's a old AMC Pacer that he stuck a LS into. And they just got this thing running just in time to make it down. I heard it was down to the wire.
Literally.
Like always, nothing's new there.
Yeah. It's a week before, and let's start on it.
Well, does she run? Is she ready to go?
Yeah, she's started up.
Fire this thing up. Dude, these zoomies coming off here must be pretty loud. This thing is sick.
And it's all on fuel tech, so it starts right off the
Oh,
bat.
she on a fuel tech?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, she's
So it's
fancy.
all touch button.
That's so loud.
Ow. I saw your face. Oh.
It's very loud.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh, that's gonna be sick.
But you like, you know, because we're gonna do like stadiums this year and stuff, so I want it to like echo off the stadium and just be ear piercing and
Man,
badass.
got some nitrous on there, I see.
Yeah, Nitrous Express came through with a little plate system and stuff.
Get those things
It's awesome.
spitting some flames, some nitrous
Yeah.
flames out the zoomies. That'd be sick.
Hell yeah. It's cool. It's so different for us, you know. We don't build like V8 stuff, you know. I've
know.
helped Garrett with it, or Cletus with his stuff. So this was a cool change, you know. It's fun.
Yeah,
Just
we're gonna
different.
have to get into that a little bit ourselves.
Yeah,
It's a big change from the Honda life, but you know, it's cool. It's different.
it is different.
America.
I was amazed how simple this was. It was like, compared to our swaps, we get pretty techy, you know. This is like throw it in and it
Yeah,
was
I've heard
easy.
the LSs are like the V8s of the,
Yeah.
or I forgot where I was
Yeah,
going with
I know
that.
what you meant.
I meant to say it's like a K series. The K
K-series.
series is the LS
Yeah.
of the V8 world. But the K series is, dude, I cannot talk right now. I'm just gonna leave it all in there.
I love it.
The K series is the LS of the 4-cylinder world.
Yep, that's it.
So you can swap them into anything. But yeah,
Yeah, it was
no,
cool.
it is cool.
It's so different. But yeah, so we're ripping a Pacer. And eventually we'll have a big blower on it, but step by step.
Little by little,
Little by little. Do what we can.
gotta feel her out. I think it's gonna do good.
But eventually I want to compete with Toast, you know. We want to go to those shows and like
And really,
really put on a show.
yeah, we're gonna have
Throw
to
'em
step it
around,
up.
you know?
We're gonna have to
Yeah.
do something for a more gnarly burnout car. We're gonna be bringing the 240 again, and it does good, but it's not nearly on that level.
Yeah, get wheel speed up over 200 miles an
Yeah,
hour.
we need some
Woo!
insane wheel speed. We need a big blower car
Yeah, big
in our
torque.
lives.
Yeah, torque
So-
is the key.
We'll have to get something figured out, boys.
It's awesome.
You can leave your suggestions down below.
Yes.
But I like the Pacer a lot. This thing with a blower, like you said, would be so sick. I'd like to do it to the Sidekick, but it's still getting its rotary. So it's gonna stay rotary. We'll find something else
Find
to put a
something-
big
something
block
cool.
into.
Yeah. Yeah, we're out here doing it.
Yeah,
hope
'cause-
hope everyone's coming.
Yeah, this weekend, boys. Brent will be doing a burnout in the Pacer here. We'll bring the 240. We're getting the cars kind of cleaned up and ready to come out this weekend because we're gonna try to bring as many as we can.
Got the fleet.
Got the NSX out here, giving it a bath. The Routicy's running again, as you guys just saw. We got it running and driving. I think we're just gonna try to drive it down. It's pretty wild.
Yeah, we got Wago, the Hatch, the 240. Everything's running.
Yeah,
It's incredible.
we just gotta get a drive shaft for the jet boat.
Yeah.
Except the truck. The truck isn't running.
Yeah, well, I mean, it'll start.
That's about it.
Yeah.
Well, that's gonna do it for this video, guys. We've just been kind of busy getting all the cars put back together, but be sure to come down this weekend. We'll be out there with, like I said, everything. So we'll be racing in the Freedom 500. Me, Brent, and Jamie are in that, and then Cletus and Cars is the day after. So hope to see you guys out there, and we'll see you later.